engines roar, steam whistle blowing, always want more. Building dreams one module at a time. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine. Layouts scrolling, stories to unfold. Metal giants, new and old. Scale detail, G-scale night, steam whistle echoes through the morning light. Trains on tracks, engines roar, steam whistle blowing, always want more. Building dreams one module at a time. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine. Layouts sprawling, stories to unfold. Metal giants, new and old. Scale detail, G-scale night, steam whistle acts through the morning light. Trains on tracks, engines roar, steam whistle blowing, always want more. Building dreams one module at a time. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine. Everything's fine. All in everything's fine. Everything's fine, everything's fine. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine.
Good morning. Hope everyone's doing good this morning. Good to see you all here. Today, what is it? Episode 54. Slowly but surely. Whoop, I got something left on here. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Looks like my live feed is looking good. How's my mic? Am I sounding good? Well, it's good to see you back on here. Good morning, Dennis. Good morning, Jason. Let's get to the top here. Jerry with 3DHP. Good morning, sir. Mr. Olson, good morning. I hope I'm going to say this right. Medi79, good morning. Mr. Elliott, I'm glad you got it. I hope it's everything you expected and more. I like this auto timer. I got it figured out. This way I don't accidentally leave my or you guys' comments up on the screen. Let's see, did I get everyone? Is this Mr. Myers? Good morning. CLL, good morning, sir. I need to go run some trains. I haven't done that for a week or so. Now, if you guys don't know, if you go to Canadian Locomotive Logistics, he does, it's a live feed, and you can actually run an engine on a layout. And it gives you the camera view, the cab view, and everything. It's pretty cool. It's well done. So just search his name. You'll find it. It's worth it. Looks and sounds good. Thank you. It took me this long to get it pretty much all figured out. Just wait. I'll mess up something. I know I will. It's early. Let's see, Jason. All is good. Nice. Train guy NPA. Chuck, how you doing, sir? Hope you're doing good. Yes, you. Oh, Sparky's layout is down right now. Well, hopefully you get that all figured out. I still haven't had a chance to run on it. Ran yours, but not Sparky's yet. Ooh. A little Burlington Northern, right? Nope. Norfolk Southern. What was I thinking? I look wide awake. You know what? For a change, I am. I don't need an alarm clock. Every morning so far, every morning during the week at 6:30, I get a spam call. Yeehaw. Oh, I know, right? Intermodal. It's going to be a nice long one. Thank you so much, Jerry. Good morning. 10. I'm 10 minutes behind, or this. This is probably 10 minutes behind. All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna do a little guessing game here. Oops. Oops. Oh no, where'd I go? There we go. What are these? If somebody could toss in, and there's two of them here, just to let you know. If you have an idea, let me know. Oh, Dennis has been busy. I see. Good, good. You've been coming up with some really good videos. I hope you've used that mic. It's a good mic. The other one, on the other hand, well, it didn't work too well as a dog toy, but the other one is great. Give it a shot. I love the wireless now. Instead of having the mic right in front of me, I guess I could hang one from the ceiling, but still. This gives me an opportunity to walk around and move. You know what? Let me turn this around. There we go. How's that, guys? Dennis, you are 100% correct. These are my two prototypes I've been working on. Actually, it's been kind of in the works for a while. If you've noticed, when you get your modules, there's holes on the sides. My intent was to use those holes to put inserts in, but I found a little snag in that idea. So the top one is the one that I will be offering. The bottom one is the very first prototype. It still works and it's still good, but since the tolerances are really tight, we only have 1 millimeter per module to work with on the edge. And I've noticed those little inserts, well, they stick out about 0.5 millimeter. So you only have 0.5 millimeter extra to play with. And it's so easy to make a mistake. I've done it. We all have. But it's okay. The biggest thing is the outcome, what the final outcome is. Oh, you got the piece so you can record to your phone. Awesome. Good morning. Oh, yeah, you're down on the link. Nice walkthrough. Really, really nice walkthrough. We'll get to that in a little bit. Yep. Trak storage. That is actually 100% correct. A foam module. That'd be an awfully thick foam. That's pretty cool. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and I was going to get into these in a little bit, but you know what? This is big. Now, normally you'd set these on the floor. You could stack them. This is probably the equivalent of 3.5 of these tall. Let me get my tape. So each module, let's go ahead and pull this one down. And I'm going to set this aside. And I'm going to grab this one and spin it around. So if you notice on this one, let's see if I can get my phone. Yeah, there we go. So of course you don't see a skyboard on the back. But if you notice, this one does have a skyboard. So when you look inside on the back, that skyboard actually creates the box. And then I have one more cool thing that I did. Let's see. So this would be the bottom of your module. Look at this. You can literally use it to, so say if you have buildings, you don't want to glue the buildings on, you can set your buildings inside and then just close it right on up. And there's even room to where you could set something up on top here and then stack on top. But this has been in the works off and on for several months, actually. And I'm glad to finally have something set up to where I can show you. Let's go. Oh, wrong one. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one apart. We'll set this one down on the floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell it as a kit. It'll have 2 single modules in the sides. Now, the biggest question is, apparently there's a couple of groups that ask that your skyboard only be 10 inches tall. I designed this one to have 1 foot, so your skyboard's 1 foot. My intent is to actually make another different size, a couple different sizes on these. So the 10 inch will actually bring it down to where the top of the case will come down to, what is that? Okay, this one stands to the top of the handle is 20¼ inches tall. And of course it's 14 inches deep. And to disassemble this, it's super simple. And I'll lay it on its, let's see if I drop that. Now here's kind of where, when I placed my order, I didn't place the order for the right length of studs. So all it is a 1/4 pan head. So I got to reorder these. Let's see here. Does this phone work better? Oops. Which is it's all good. It's all part of prototyping. Well, I got that baby on there snug. But the nicest thing about this, it just makes life easier to transport your modules versus just tossing them in your car. You can put these across your back seat. And you'll be able to do it also with the doubles. So your singles, your single bridges, all that will fit in these. And all we have to do is pull it back and then stand it up and look at that. Yeah, that is my goal. I ordered the wing nuts. They were supposed to be here yesterday, and of course, they won't. I don't know when they're going to be here. Hopefully soon. And then the screws themselves, those should be here in a couple days. But in order to do the video, I just went ahead and used these. So yeah. Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. Like I said, I intended to have them here, but let's set this one upside down. Now, I've seen a lot of really nice setups, and I really love the idea. So now the coolest part is I'm able to a lot of the guys that don't have the power tools, make sure to hold things. Whoops, live and learn. So I got the sides. Set that here for now. This is what I love about live. You never know what you're going to get. Just make sure you hold on to the side piece when you take the last screw out. There. And just like that, we have 2 modules with the skyboard. So on these will, the skyboards are already attached to the module. It's already part of it. And I hope to have these up on the site, well, probably in a few days. Now, as far as the site is concerned, I have inventory back in stock. Isn't that cool? And did I bring any down? I did not bring any down. I also added to the shopping cart stainless steel legs. So if you want to upgrade from the nylons will always come with the kits. You're not going to pay extra or anything for these. But if you do want to upgrade to the stainless steel, now you can. I have listened. Oops, where'd my mouse go? Yeah, I'm going to do the wing nut and bolt. Like I said, I already ordered the wing nuts. They were supposed to be here yesterday. And on the bolt, I'm going to go ahead and do probably a 3/4 or 1 inch. These are 5/8, and it's just, I get about three threads on it, but I would like to be able to go flush, or if not, a couple threads over. It works. But the kits themselves will have the wing nuts and the proper length on the screw. I had to show you guys. I mean, this is cool. I mean, it also includes the skyboard. Now, if you already have modules, I'll have the sides and stuff extra, or you'll be able to pick those up, and then you can rig up your modules to work with it. Thank you. No, not all the modules have the side holes. Like I said, I just recently started adding the holes to the sides a month ago, somewhere in there. Folgers, good stuff. And then on those holes, like I said, I designed it for the inserts. And once I had the opportunity of putting one together and then finding out there's that 0.5 millimeter of possibility, I just went ahead and went through to where it's just a through hole. And a 1/4-20 fits right through it, real easy. So with the proper length, unlike these, so the proper length screw and wing nut, it should be nice and simple. And it's real easy to put back together too. We'll do that in a second. There will be a way, if you have a drill, you can actually use these as a template right here and lay your module sideways and then put this down and then drill 2 holes all the way through. On these modules, they're pretty sturdy, really strong. The ones using the MDF, the ones using the wood, just kind of test it out. It'll be strong, but not as strong as these. No, actually, it's with this one. This is 1/4 inch, and it's pretty good. It's pretty strong. I'm impressed with it. Now, using the inserts on it where there's a lot of play, it's questionable, but it's still. I'm not going to stress on it, to be honest. It's not like this is like UDF. It's a lot more. It's dense like me. I had to toss that in. It's super dense material, and it's actually pretty strong. Yeah, on the old modules, you can use this as a template, and then I would use fender washers. That'll give you extra strength on the side. Okay, there you go. That's actually a slick idea. Now the reason, let's go ahead and put one of these, well, let's put this one back together, and I'll show you why I did it this way. Okay. Oops. I'm going to actually turn it around so I can see what I'm doing here. Let's see, or can I do it this way? Yeah, these are pretty much done level. So all I have to do is just set it on the bed. And again, the bolts will be longer and they will come with wing nuts. Like I said, I ordered them, but they're just not here yet. They're supposed to be here yesterday. I mean, this does work for the time being. It's a little awkward doing it backwards. There we go. So what has everyone else been up to this week? Hopefully it's been good. So the nice thing about this is it doesn't take too long to put them together. Let's see, I'll set it this way. I'm trying to do this so you guys can see. And we'll just lay that up. And what I like to do is, so you don't scratch the skyboard or anything, I'll literally just slide it right on in. Just like that. Kind of hard to do it backwards, but we'll get it. There we go. Yeah, I thought about putting the handle in the center too. I mean, it's actually a good idea. I could actually add one. Actually, I'm going to spin it around so I can see those last two. So for taking it to shows or on a trip or even just storing it, this makes life a lot easier. Matter of fact, on some of them, because I'm removing one of my tables on my layout because I need a little more room in the basement. Look at that. There we go. But the handles. Put our little lid on. When you use the handles, they stack and they literally lock into place. So there's the top. I'm moving the whole thing by the top. Oops. But it makes it convenient. Let me move that one down below. So this has been my happy for the week. I'm glad to get this done, and like I said, this is the second design. I also made it to where you can see these little notches. So if you're adding Trak to the top of your module and you need it to go through someplace, you can pop these out. And this is designed for your Trak on the front to sit in. So yeah, and I like having this lid here. Let's set that up over to the side. There we go. Let me catch up on the comments. Oh, you ordered it and it should have been delivered last Thursday and still wait. I'd be hollering at Amazon. Now, Amazon, they have things stocked and ready to ship. I wish I was that way. I'm getting there. A lot of my stuff is cut to order just for storage reasons. I have a cat that wants down here really bad. But yeah, I totally understand that. Selling the skyboard separately. I need to do that. I will do that. Because hence the holes. Matter of fact, I left the holes in the back of these. Let's see if you can see it. These follow over from the singles, but these are for your skyboards. There's a gentleman at the club. He designed this little bracket that bolts up to here. And when you're at a show and you're ready to put your skyboard on, it literally just slips in and locks into place. It's a really cool idea. I'm hoping to. He said he'd share his idea, so I'm hoping to get it and share it with you guys. Hopefully, he puts it online like Thingiverse or something. You can do a double. A matter of fact, if you notice on the new doubles, they have the holes in the side now. I'm going to have to resize those again, but still. And these panels will work on the singles or the doubles, even the triples. I think I've added them to the triples too. Your bridge modules, your singles and double bridge modules will have the holes in the side for this purpose. What else? Pretty much all of them. The corners I'm still working on. So like on the standards and the 17s, because on the corner, if we use these sides, it'll stick out a little bit. I mean, it'll probably work just fine. And then I don't think it has to be as tall as these panels. So I'm going to give an option of a 10-inch skyboard and then also the 12-inch skyboard. I like the 12 because it hides everything behind it. And you could you could put something on the backside too if you had another scene. If you wanted to bring it across, let's say you have some of the older modules without the skyboard, just dress up the back of one. And once you put them back to back, it should look good. But yeah, it'll fit two doubles, no problem at all. Okay, see in here we have 8 inches. My club is 10. And the standard is 14. 14 is a little tall. I like a foot. I think my tallest will be a foot for a couple reasons. One is material. The moment we start getting bigger than this, then I start cutting into other sheets, and then I don't want to bring the price up anymore, and I have to. Mr. Heath. Good morning, sir. That's good though. I mean, that's. I love that. You build it for yourself to live in. Theoretically, I mean, in the imagination. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Oh, we won't have a recall. We'll just make them work. How's that? I mean, all that work you guys put into them. Yep. Bolts, fender washers. With this, because these screws are the pan heads or truss heads, but they're large, so I'm not too stressed on that. It's pretty sturdy. It's really rugged. And the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to also round out these corners so they're not so sharp. But yeah, I love it. It's like a little portable box. Order some N-scale versions of your HO scale cars. Sweet on the Soylent consist. I don't know about you guys, but I guess I'm old school. When I hear the word Soylent, I think of Soylent Green. Yeah, I noticed you picked up a few new modules. It's good, keep them busy. Add new things. Yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna do these in a couple different sizes. So this is 12. I might do 3. I might do 12, 10, and 8. That sounds good. I am not selling through Amazon. I do. Interesting that you say that. No, I do not. There, you can find single modules on Amazon, but you're looking at roughly about $79 a piece for them, and they're shipped out of Japan. I do have something that is on Amazon that I designed and photos, but somebody took the idea, used my photos and my design, and selling it on Amazon. Tell me that doesn't suck. I don't see nothing for it. But it is what it is. Hey, at least I got something on Amazon. Skyboards are an option. So say if you don't want like this setup, but you do like the sides, you can always order the side pieces because I'll have these separate. I'll have this as one kit, then I'll have the side pieces to where you can order these and I'll have all the hardware. Then you can do whatever modules you want. I might even make a shorter one. So if you want to just do some flat singles or doubles or whatever, you don't need the height so you can stack more. I want to get one of those, by the way. I think those are really cool. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing the past couple days. Is like my good sellers, my singles, and my doubles. I try to get a few of those on hand. Now, like the triple drops, since they're so large, and it's easier to leave it in the flat sheet. I mean, we know it's there; it just needs to come out. Those are pretty much cut to order, and the bridges for them. Yeah, if your module does not have holes, there's 2 different ways on doing it. One is a paper jig. That's a good idea. Second is literally using this piece as a jig. Oh, little fly. So you can lay your module down on the side and then line this up. And then with a 1/4-inch drill bit, just literally pop 2 holes through it. Simple as that. Yeah, yeah, that's a simple one. We can do that. Yeah, it's so much easier, so much easier to store the sheet goods flat versus trying to have all the product. It seems like the product itself takes up more room than the raw material. I would love to have a bigger shop. Soylent Green is what they are. Is this from the movie Soylent Green? Oh, that was an interesting movie. Thank you. Yeah, I wanted a way to stack them to where you didn't have to worry about them sliding off or slipping off. So, when you look at it, the legs literally lock in. And then the module itself keeps it from sliding off. Please stay away from Amazon. Excuse me. Now, I get all my nuts and bolts from other places. The wing nuts, though, I figured I wanted them today for the show. And Amazon had a halfway decent deal on wing nuts. I think it was like $6 or $5 for 25 of them or something crazy. So I figured I'd just do that real quick because it'd take a little bit longer through my distributor. And lo and behold, I should have got them through my distributor. Yeah, I've seen those little rulers. Those are pretty cool. Adam, that is well done. Well done, by the way. Yes, the movie. Awesome. Oh, that makes it even better. I love it. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, you can also, that's a good idea. So you can use the new module and take the side piece and line it right on up and pop your 2 holes in and you're good to go. Now on the past modules that I've sent, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to laser cut like little inserts to resize the hole to work properly for the 1/4-20s versus using the inserts. Because the holes on the previous modules that I have just recently sent out, like I said, I designed them for the insert. I didn't get a chance to test it because I figured it should work fine. But like I said, we have that 1/2 millimeter that the inserts stick out of the wood. And with the tolerances being so tight on the module, that takes away that 1 millimeter of working space down to a 1/2 mil. And that's really tight for tolerances. So this is a safer way too on top of it, I think. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas too, let me know. I do like the idea of 8s. I didn't know some of the clubs had 8-inch modules. Okay. I never thought of using 1-inch aluminum too. That's a good idea. Actually, that's a good idea. Because these tables are 8 foot and I need a 10-foot table. I might try that. Oops. Okay. For anybody that doesn't know about Soylent Green, Google Soylent Green, the movie. Oh, that is, dude. I love it. I love it. Send me pictures. I've got to see it. I've got to see it. A great movie. It's an older one, isn't it? Like the 70s or 80s, somewhere in there, when that came out. I could, honestly, I could, but I think it's more cost effective and easier just to do it this way. But you're right. I could actually like engrave out like a couple millimeters outside the hole so it would set in. But then you're also making that material a little bit thinner when you do that. It was the 70s. That was Robinson's final role. I did not know that. Yeah, it was. You know what? I'm going to start watching it again. I know I am. It's an older flick, but it's pretty good. It is really, really good. Talking about flicks, let's go to our first video today. Uh-oh. It is Jerry with 3D HP. It is so nice. Let me get this back a little bit. I love his logo, his intro. So Jerry picked up, what did he get? He got 2 single bridge modules and a double drop. And he did a couple videos. He did the bridge modules and then he did the drop. A little different on the drop. But it works. My theory is it doesn't matter how you put it together, as long as when it's done and it's together and it works, that's all that matters to me. Yeah. That's why I said what I said, Jerry. It happens, dude. I've done it. I make these, and I've done that. It happens, but it's all good. It still works, and the coolest thing is you're not afraid to show it. I love that with Jerry. That's awesome. But his little layout is really turning out. It's turning out nice. Now, what I thought you would do. Let's see. Let's get your layout. See, I figured you'd put this module and this module back to back, and then you'd move this single to this side, kind of like Tetris, and you would have the single waterway all the way through. But I mean, this works too. But when we first talked, that's what I had envisioned in my mind, is you're going to run from one side all the way to the other. But that is coming along really nice, Jerry. Now, as you can see, Jerry's done 3D buildings, 3D printed buildings. He's got a really cool water tower over the side. So I'm loving the idea of being able to combine our 3D printers with our model railroading hobby. Oh yeah, he did do the 10 Commandments. Good morning. Good to see you on here. Welcome. Well, see, that's the fun part about Trak modules. You can change them around any way you want. You're not like when you do a large table layout, you have to kind of rip things up to change it up. Here, you just unplug your module, move it, and plug the new one in. I hear a train. A UP. That's nice to see. Yeah, that's nice to see. That's my UP hat. But yeah, great video. All the links for the videos are down below. So make sure to check them out. Give them a thumbs up. Say hi. Tell them, let them know I sent you. And then next on our list, Adam, this is for you. I stumbled across this one last night. It's a beautiful walkthrough of a FreemoN. A lot of wonderful ideas on here. Let's see, where'd that, and even the crossover. Let's get that going. That is a beautiful crossover right there. It's been kind of sitting on the back burner. You need to razz me though. Don't stop razzing me, Heath. I will get there. I will get there. I've had a lot of other things in motion, and it's one of those I just roll into it, and I might do a little bit here and there, and then roll on to the next. But yeah, don't stop bringing that up. I'm trying, here again, I'm still trying to figure out just the ends, just how to do the ends so it looks, close. It's going to be a resemblance of. What kind of coffee? Yours is Diet Mountain Dew. Mine is Folgers. Still got caffeine. Diet's probably good because you don't have any sugar. Check out that view. Beautifully done. I would love to see that layout in person. And this you'll be able to see the whole video if you want. Just go to Adam's channel, Adam Cruz. Again, links down below. Go check him out. Let's see. I know he had another one in here that really caught my eye. A lot of great ideas. Look at this balloon. This is a cool balloon. I'd be afraid to move that. I'd be afraid of breaking something. This is where you need a trailer almost. Red rose black tea. Sounds good. Almost looks digital art. Right? That looked good. I mean, that looked really, really good. Now I can't wait to see, I noticed you're taking off part of yours and rebuilding it. I can't wait to see what that looks like when you're done. I'm hoping to hit the lottery, then I could take this really cool major road trip and stop at everybody's places and layouts. Being on a tight budget kind of keeps me close to home. Oh, you even slowed down the video? I am assuming you are one tall individual and you're taking short strides. But well done. That is, Adam, that's well done. A lot of great ideas within this. And there it is again. I love that. That is just so cool. Nicely done. Way better than I could do. I'm gonna start practicing though. I'm gonna get there one day. On a tight budget, yeah, it does keep you humble. It's all good. You know, I might not be able to get out, but we have this, and this is another good way on for me getting out, being able to, with you guys, Heath, Adam, Dennis, all you guys. It is so cool, that you're willing to take the time and do the videos and share what you have to share. It's awesome. It's not, not being face to face kind of sucks a little bit, but it's still really cool that, you know, having your presence in another form is awesome. And next on our list, go check out Adam, by the way. Okay, this is about trains, but this is big trains. I stumbled across this gentleman last month, and what he's doing is he's following certain railways. Which one was this one? Let me look. Let's see. I think it's Norfolk on this one. A Great Northern. So he follows these old lines and he looks he stops at all these little towns that have been created by the railroad itself, and it's really it's fun to see. And when you see a lot of the stuff, especially when you get out in the middle of nowhere, especially in the upper north, like here, it's a whole nother way on seeing a town and the buildings, and just the architecture of it. And when we went from steam to diesel, a lot of towns, a lot of the smaller towns disappeared, but a lot of them stayed. And I really enjoyed this. It's Mountain West Productions. He did a previous video on the same, and he takes you to old elevators, to old towns that are no more, and you might find foundations or just the history of the town. And it's really cool to see. And this gentleman is doing a wonderful job on documenting these certain lines that no longer exist. Like, here's rails from the 1800s, and they're still there. Usable? No, I don't think so, but it's cool to see. So if you ever get a chance to, let's see. Yeah, this is now a BNSF line, but this is from like the 1800s. So you still have history sitting there with modern on top. So definitely check him out. Join him on his journeys. It's a really good guy. On this one, he has his girlfriend with him. On the other ones, he's got this really beautiful little shepherd. And yeah, a lot of good ideas. I love this old bank. I haven't checked him out. I'll have to check him out. Yeah, this gentleman is definitely well worth checking out. I mean, how you're up close and personal. You're not looking at pictures in a book. I see this bank thinking, how did it not get robbed back in the day? But it's small and it's so cool. But you see this like with the bank, and then there's a school building here, and there different locations on his journey, and they carry the same architecture throughout from town to town to town. So it's like you could tell what railroad was going through there just by the architecture of the buildings. I don't have my phone on the table with me right now. If it's, I can look in Messenger here in a second. Thank you so much, Jerry. You know what? And let's get to the next. I might be able to find. Where'd my mouse go? Did my mouse die? Nope. And then. Oh, okay. Now, one thing we haven't talked any or hardly anything about, and that's the NMRA. Pretty much, a lot of guys. No, there's links to all this down below. I have a link to their Facebook. There's a Wikipedia. There's all kinds of wonderful information out there. One of the places I do recommend is checking out the NMRA. Oops, my mouse is acting up this morning. This is NRail. Once a month they do a video. This last one, Brett Isaac was on there, and there's something that Brett and I have been working on for the last month, and hopefully we get it finalized here soon. We've got new parts being added. I have plugs I need to 3D print and redesign the back of the module. But it's really cool and really nicely done. But definitely check out NRail. Become a member. They put on a monthly show, and if you're a member, you get to be a part of that show. At least, part of the audience, which is really cool. These guys have a lot of great information, a lot of electrical. So definitely check them out. Again, the link's down below. I forget what they charge. It's very little, but it's well worth it, and it's for the community. So there's a wealth of information. Jerry, this would be great for you. And if you're not a member of this, go check them out. Definitely go check them out. Then you can check out this is the NRail webpage. They have a lot of good information. I tell you the whole story about what is Trak. Your standards. So let's say if you want to build your own module from scratch, they give you all the standards, all the measurements you'll need, and the basic instructions on how to get you going. And let's see, NMRA.org is another wonderful site to check out. Support them. Support these guys. I mean, they're supporting us. Let's support them. And last but not least, on Facebook, there is a group. If you're not a member of the Trak group on Facebook, again, there's a link down below. Check them out. A lot of great people in here. A lot of good ideas. A lot of good information. There's Mr. Pratt's. Mr. Pratt's is heavy into it. Shares a lot of good information. This is what I love seeing. I love seeing the kids getting involved. And I noticed our local club here, Des Moines Trak. Now we finally have a small layout just for kids to run trains. So we have a couple, DC controllers and a couple engines on the track, and they get the opportunity of having fun. And I think that is wonderful. I think that's the best way to get the kids involved into the hobby. But yeah, definitely check these guys out. Oh, Bob, if you're watching, I need to talk to you, sir. You can find these on Etsy. Bob's got these little slats that you can 3D print, and then you slip into the totes. So let's say you don't want to go this route and you just want to put everything in tote. You can go check out Bob's stuff, download it in 3D print. I think he's also got some manufactured ones or ones already put together. Yeah, here's his Etsy store. But yeah, he's got some good stuff. Definitely go check him out. Definitely go check him out. All right. My coffee's almost gone. Yeah, a small loop or an oval. I mean, it doesn't take much. Doesn't take much at all to set something up just for the kids. The one thing I would recommend, the nice thing with, like, if you're using a Kato controller, get a 9-volt power supply instead of the, what is it, 13 and a half. If you get a 9-volt, they can't max it all the way out, so your speed's limited. you know, you will be picking up trains on occasion if you go ahead and run the full 13 and a half. But you could use 10-volt too. Well, do they even make a 10? But I figured that one out with Andrew. That really cool little like a Japanese station that Andrew did. He runs that on a 9-volt, and this way all you have to do is just plug it in, and the trolley runs at a perfect speed. Not too fast, not too slow. It's just right. See, I love this. The more we get kids involved, the the more the hobby can grow, especially for the future generations. I'm hopefully kind of guiding my son in the right way to, when you look at the future, and this is just my opinion, and you know how opinions are. We have AI, and this AI is taking over a lot, but there's a few things that it won't, and one of them, I think, in the railroading area, I think that's going to stick around a long time. Your engineers, yeah, you can probably, you already have controls for engines that are remote, but taking the human equation out of it, I think is a bad idea. But I think guiding, like, my son into the railroading aspect, there's so many different fields he can go in railroading, and I think it's going to be around a long time. No different than like HVAC or auto repair or any of those. But when you get into the technical side of things, I mean, look at 3D designing. AI is stepping in, and you pretty much say, hey, I want this model. Here's a picture of what I want. This is the scale I want it. Can you create an STL file? And in a few minutes, guess what you got? Cool little STL file of whatever you just gave it. So that's my thought, and keeping the kids involved into railroading one way or another. Start them off young, let them have fun, let them play, but it also plants that seed, and a seed for good. So that's, again, that's just my opinion. I don't know how true it is, but but yeah, this is awesome. We've been at this a little over an hour. It's a good morning. I was awake this morning. Wasn't grumpy. My coffee's almost gone. Had some fun. This year we're not giving candy out for Halloween. Let's see if I got a zoom here. Does that zoom in? So we 3D printed a whole mess of these. My son had fun doing that. Little skeletons. I think these are on Maker World. But instead of candy this year, we're going to give these little guys out. There's the yellow one. So my honest opinion, invest into a 3D printer if you haven't yet. The price is affordable. You can get a Elegoo interior carbon for under $300. And I used to say that the Ender 3, and it was, and it still is a great little printer, but when you look at today's technology and the things you can do, $300 will get you a really nice printer. Now, on that note, my inventory is back in stock in the store. These will be up soon. The new module for what's coming up with Brett, those will be out soon. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I'll have them on the site for public. I'll definitely do that. I will definitely do that. Oh, anyone in Tennessee? Let's see, for the 2026 NMRA show, let's see. My eyes are failing me. So yeah, go to CLL if you have any information to help them out. Let's see. I'll definitely save you a set. Jerry, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I love you guys. Share the hobby with kids if you can. I think it's awesome. Have fun. Be kind. Stay on track. We'll see you next week.